What's up, y'all? Let's do this. Oh, hi, folks. Welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today, guys, we got to talk about 4chan and what they did by exposing Hunter Biden and his connection to his corrupt dealings with his dad, DePino. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, please consider donating a cup of coffee for me, because for a price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories, more topics like this to talk about. I do accept Bitcoin donations. I'm also on Locals, guys, if you guys want to support and sponsor this podcast show. If you guys love Nikki's World so much, please hit that like, subscribe, please give me a review, good, bad, and the ugly. And before we get the show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today. Alright, guys, alright. I'm on the way to work, I'm diapered up as always. Yeah, you know the deal. You know, I gotta wear diapers because my bladder ain't holding well anymore. And that's the sign of aging. But, yeah, today, guys, I do want to talk about 4chan. I mean, what they did today, guys, by exposing Hunter Biden and basically hacking into his iCloud account and his iPhone and uncovering a treasure trove of dirt on Hunter Biden and his connection to the Biden crime family. I gotta hand it to 4chan. I give them mad props to 4chan here, man. And I tell you this, 4chan, y'all deserve a beer in my book. Whatever beer you name it, we'll fund it for y'all. Y'all did what every journalist should have done a long time ago. Y'all did what every lefty journalist should have done. Okay? Which was, they should have investigated the family thoroughly before they did anything. Now this is coming to light that Hunter Biden is compromised, and so is the Biden crime family. Okay? That's why you see them that's why it's like this. That's why you see the liberal media running cover and saying that, oh, this is normal, this is everyday thing, this is yeah, this is okay. But what they're not realizing is that Hunter Biden is compromising his daddy, which is the Pino, which is what I call the president in name only, because he's compromised. He's the national security risk, because his corrupt dealings with the Chinese government, you know, he's compromised. He can't be trusted anymore. Hunter Biden cannot be trusted anymore because he's compromised. I mean, he's clearly compromised, and his whole family is compromised as well. They can't be trusted either. They can't be trusted, basically, with all the secrets and all that shit. They can't. That's why it's like this. The way I look at it, this, the Biden crime family is corrupt. They can't be trusted. The treasure trove of dirt that basically 4chan got on the Biden crime family, including like Hunter Biden. I say this, and I will say this in clear terms. If Don Jr. did a 10th of what Hunter Biden did, you would see the liberal media, big tech, and the Democrats calling for Donald Trump to be impeached, removed, and arrested. If Don Jr. ever did 1/10 of what Hunter Biden does, they'd be calling for the Trump family to be removed from office. They would in a second. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They would call for his impeachment, his removal, and all that shit. You would see basically the entire Trump family being impeached, arrested, and thrown in prison. You would. But since this is Hunter Biden and the Pino, aka Joe Biden, the liberal media, big tech, and the Democrats are running cover. They're running a protection racket on him. They're basically saying like this: "Oh, this is normal. This is normal. This happens all the time. You know, this is nothing new." It's basically like this. We're living in a double standard world. It's like they say, if we didn't have standards, there wouldn't be any double standards. And I'll say this, man. I'll say this. We are living in a world where, oh my fucking God. Seriously, oh my God, man. It's like, we're living in a world like this where I was talking about this earlier with my brother. We're living in a world where stupid people are rewarded and smart people are punished. It's that simple. We're living in a world right now. We are living in a world where being stupid, you're rewarded with basically having a congressional job. That's all it is. We're in a world right now where being stupid, you get rewarded. Where being smart, you get punished. This is why it's like this. What we're seeing with the Biden crime family, we're seeing the stupid smart people get rewarded, where the smart common sense people get punished. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It is. It is, guys. It's weird. But I tell you this, guys. I tell you this. Just like the Biden crime family, they're getting away with stuff, and the liberal media, the Democrats, and big tech is covering for them. And every time we expose it, we get blocked, suspended, deplatformed, or we get fact checked because they're running cover for this crime family. They really are. They really are. And I'll say this too, guys. If me as a podcaster, okay, Nikki Schalenphone, if I did 1/10 of what Hunter Biden did, I would say this. I would be in prison by now. I would be sitting in a jail cell, in a prison pod, in a prison unit, wondering what the fuck just happened. If I did 1/10 of what Hunter Biden did, I would be fucking in prison by now. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. But because Hunter Biden is a Democrat and his whole family is Democrat, they are protected. That means they are covered. They are shielded. But if you, me, everyone else did what he did, oh, fuck no, man. Fuck no. I'd be hauled off in handcuffs. I'd be in front of the judge. Next thing you know, I'd be like, what? In like khaki prison jumpsuit, wondering what the fuck just happened. Yeah, I would. But because Hunter Biden is connected to his daddy DePino, aka Joe Biden, he's protected. The liberal media syndicate, along with big tech and the Democrat Party, is protecting them and covering from them. That's why it's like this. We live in a two-tier justice system. We live in a criminal justice system that, oh my fucking God, you know. And the one thing I want to say this, guys. The one thing I want to say, the Biden crime family, they're exposed. They're exposed and compromised with their corrupt dealings in Ukraine and China, and you don't know what dirt the Chinese have on the Biden crime family. You can't trust them what they say. You can't trust them. It's like this. It's like this. If I need a background check to get a gun and a pistol permit, then I think the Biden crime family should need a background check if they want access to nuclear weapons. It's that simple. And if you're gonna allow a dementia illegitimate president access to nuclear weapons, then I should be allowed to own any gun I want in this country. Any gun, including a standard 30-round AR-15. If you're going to be okay and allow a dementia Pino access to nuclear weapons, then I should be allowed access to any AR-15 I want. It's that simple. I should have that same equal access. But the problem here is, guys, unless you have a D in front of your whole name, you don't get away with jack shit. It's that simple. It's that simple. But I gotta hand it to 4chan. I gotta hand it to 4chan. Them exposing Hunter Biden, who's connected to his daddy, DePino, that shit there is why it should never fly. That shit is why it should never, ever fly whatsoever. It should never. It's that simple. It shouldn't fly. What the Pino doing? That's basically criminal. That is. That's basically criminal. In my opinion, in my fucking opinion, there should be cause for a congressional investigation. There should be. But the problem is, the whole U.S. government's in bed with the corrupt Democrats, so they ain't gonna do shit. It's probably gonna take, take a whole new government, especially like what? Republicans? You know what I mean? It's gonna take what? A bunch of Republicans to launch a criminal investigation into the Pino and the Biden crime family? Yeah. If that's what it's gonna take, we're gonna have to wait until we get a Republican in charge of Congress. We're gonna have to. But sad to say, man, sad to say, this is what we're dealing with, folks. This is what we are dealing with, folks. And we are dealing with this in the worst way. We are. We are. But one thing I want to say is this, guys. One thing I want to say. This shouldn't be allowed. This shouldn't be allowed in this country. We should not have corrupt like politicians, you know what I mean, running this country into the ground. We shouldn't, man. We shouldn't. I, for one, won't stand for it, man. I, for one, won't, man. Having a president that's compromised by your enemy, the Chinese, and your son doing corrupt dealings with China and Ukraine, they're compromised. We can't trust them. We can't trust them, and we can't trust what this. You know what I mean? We can't trust what they're doing. We can't. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. The Biden crime family should be investigated like the Clintons, but you know what? We'll never see prosecution from them. We'll never, because the liberal media syndicate, big tech, and the Democrats will run a protection racket on them. Yeah, they really do. But the one thing I do want to talk about this, man, before we end the show today, guys, before we end the show, I do want to talk about like how Congress yesterday decided to give our tax dollars to Ukraine. $1.7 billion. I think I look at it like this. This is nothing more than a protection racket. This is nothing more than a protection racket. It really is. It really is. This is nothing more than a cover-up. It's basically like this. We're giving $1.7 billion to Ukraine so the Democrats can run their money laundering operation and they're begging NATO to run cover for their money laundering operation. It's a criminal enterprise. And I'm not surprised people are catching wind of it and going, what the fuck? They're not. Because you know why? Because the Democrats have paid off people. They're paying off people so they don't get caught. Yeah. They really are. They really, really are. It kind of pisses me off, but hell, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But, you know, the funny thing is, I don't see the left hooting, hollering, complaining. How come you don't see the left complaining about, oh, that $1.7 million, that could have paid for our student loans, that could have paid for our student loans and all that. Funny, the left all wants to champion about paying for paying off their student loans, but then you want to give $1.7 billion to Ukraine? Here's my question. Where are you going to come up with the money to pay off your student loans when you're giving $1.7 billion to Ukraine? Maybe the question here is like this. Shouldn't that $1.7 billion be used to pay off student loans? Shouldn't it? I mean, y'all on the left say y'all want your student loans paid off. You know what I mean? Y'all on the left say, hey, I want my student loans paid off. I want the government to pay off for my gender studies and queer studies. But you happen to give $1.7 billion to Ukraine, and you still want the government to pay off your student loans? Maybe the left should tell Congress, don't give them our student loans. Don't give the money to Ukraine. Give it to us. Pay it off through us. I don't know. Democrats have a weird view of money. They have a weird, fucked up view. Yep. They really do, guys. They really do. But it does make me wonder, guys. Where the fuck are we getting $1.7 billion when we have like 8% inflation? Where the fuck are we getting that? Where, Democrats? I'd like to know where. Seems Democrats don't have an answer for it. They don't, and they probably never will. Yeah, where? Where, Democrats? I'd like to know. But seriously, where is that money coming from? Where is it, guys? Where is it? Because for some reason, we're not seeing it, you know? We're not. And y'all wondering why we can't afford shit. Y'all wonder why. But seriously, where's the money coming from? Where is it? Yeah, where's the fucking money coming from? That's why I kind of sit there and I go like this, guys. And I said this earlier in the podcast. We have stupid, smart people being elevated, while the smart, common sense people are being punished. We really do, guys. I hate to say this. We really do. We have stupid, smart people being elevated. We live in an era, guys, where stupid, smart people are being rewarded, and the smart, common sense thinking folks are being punished. Yeah, we live in this era, guys. I hate to say this. We live in this era, and it shocks me, guys. It really does. It shocks me. But like I said, guys, we are living in a stupid smart era, where if you're stupid and you're smart, you get rewarded. Where if you're smart and have a brain, you're punished. Yeah. Pretty much, guys. Pretty much. And yeah, guys, this is one hell of a good coffee. This really is. This really is, guys. It really is. And I have a couple of minutes, so I want to talk about this, guys. I want to talk about this. We're living in a post-COVID era where now it's like this. The job market is so tight right now, where jobs are opening up, people are trying to find work, people are trying to find employment, people are trying to find like a way to make money and all this shit. I'm gonna tell you all this. It's not about a degree that matters now. It's about your certification, your level of certification. If you have that level of certification, I tell you this: you can go places. You have job growth. You have job opportunity. You have basically unlimited potential to go places. You really do. You really do. And I say this to people. And I say this to people right now. A degree is great, but having a certification is a lot better. Because you can have a degree in basket weaving all you want, but you're not going to have that. You're not going to have that certification. You're not going to have that certification to be able to do this and this and this. Yeah. So the lesson here is, guys. Lesson here, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a certification like a commercial driver's license, fuck, you can make money literally anywhere in the country. You can go anywhere in the country and work for a trucking company, and you'll make shit tons of money. You'll make the same amount of money as someone who has a bachelor's degree. Yeah, that's the truth. It's all about having that certification. If you don't have that certification, even with a degree, it's gonna be like what we call geographical. It's gonna be like, okay, I live here in this part. That means I'm probably gonna be reduced to making this amount of money and this amount and that amount. Yeah, it's gonna be reduced to that. It is. It really is, guys. I hate to say it, but that's what it's gonna be. That is what's gonna be, guys. You know? That is what it's gonna be in the working world. And in the post-COVID working world. Right now, I'm telling you this right now, I went down from a $22.19 an hour job to a $16.20 job. That's a huge paid chunk. And at the same time, guys, I went down where I couldn't, where it's like this. I'm working the same hours, but not making the same amount of money. Yeah. So, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling to make money. I'm struggling to make a dollar. You know? And the funny part is, I live in a blue state. I live in a blue state right now where they will tax me to oblivion. They will tax me like out of existence. They literally will. That's why it's like this. That's why I'm trying to go back to school, trying to get certifications like project management, where I can go to work, make a decent money. You know what I mean? Make a decent living. Where I don't have to worry so much where I don't have to worry about like where my money's coming from. And I said this in a couple of podcast shows about what's the difference between having a career and having a job. Right now, I have a job where I worry about making money, where I worry about having money and all this shit. I worry about where the fucking money's gonna come from. I literally do. Yeah. I literally do. So, I worry. I worry a lot, guys. I literally do worry. Yeah. So that's why, guys. That's why I say like this. If you're gonna go out in the working world, make sure you go in the working world with certifications in hand. Because if you have certifications like, say, hey, I'm a certified program manager, shit, you could work for a lot of companies as a program manager because you're certified. You know what I mean? You're certified, you're trained. Shit, you could work for a lot. You could work for so many companies. It's not even fucking funny. It isn't. It isn't. But having that certification, you can go places now. It opens doors for you. It opens avenues. It does, guys. And that's what I tell you. It's all about who you know, what you know. You know what I mean? It's about what avenues are available. You know what I mean? What opportunities are available. And it's basically what's out there. It is. It is, guys. It really is. It really is, guys. So, anyway, guys. Anyway, I'm near work right now. I gotta bust my butt to go get a cup of coffee, especially iced coffee, and then get into work. So, thanks for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I hope y'all stay safe and stay sane out there. I'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.